Hey guys, welcome to episode 27 of GG Rated. I'm Gino. This is Gray over here with the red or orange hoodie. I don't know. We're going to go over some big news this week involving Xbox. They had an Xbox podcast and might surprise you about what they had to say. Also, we got some Helldivers II that we're going to be talking about and a little gaming moment of the week for both of us.
Let's start the show. Welcome back, Gino. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Hello, welcome to GG Rated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
Welcome. It is February 18th, 2024. We are your hosts. I'm Gray, and this is...
Gino. I am glad to be back this week, Gray. I'm glad to be back with you.
I'm glad to have you back. While you were
watched
away,
the last episode.
What did you think of it, man? What'd you think?
I loved it, man. I think old Shoemaker, right?
Yeah, Shoemaker.
I think he did. I don't know why that name sticks out. It's been,
it's a great name.
Yeah. I like Shoemaker.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I did an awesome job, man. Heard some great stuff and everything. But I got to tell you, I'm glad to be back on here with you, man, and got a lot of stuff to cover this week. And I'm excited to talk to everybody. I do want to throw one thing out there real quick before you get talking. We had 99 subscribers. 99.
This is true.
Okay, so I need you, whoever's listening, to go on YouTube and make sure you hit that ring-a-ding-a-ling bell.
Ring-a-ding-a-ling.
Get us that 100.
Yeah. If you do 100, I'll eat something weird. I don't know. I'll make like
probably something that he already likes.
Yeah. No. So I'll make like a pickle banana sandwich and I'll eat it. How about that?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had one.
The question is do you actually like pickle banana sandwiches? Have you ever eaten that?
I love pickles and I love bananas, and I'm assuming they'll both go okay together. So I'll eat it, and I don't know.
My daughter will probably eat that, honestly. If I'm just throwing that out there, because she's the same way. She loves. We buy these. I'm going into a pickle conversation here, guys, but she buys these single pickle packets from Walmart.
Pickle packets.
You just open up, and it's a giant pickle, and she eats them. I don't know.
Pickle packet. Yeah. So we could also do like 100 push-ups, or I don't know. 100 something. I don't want to do 100
Get ready for our sparring race. Guys, if you don't know, I convinced Gray. Well, I didn't really convince him. I asked him, hey, do you want to go along this journey with me? Of this year, my goals are to do a trifecta of sparring races. So the first one is going to be middle March. And me and him has been hitting it pretty hard with the gym, trying to stay as close to our diet as we can without eating too many pickle banana sandwiches.
Yeah.
But man, I'm excited about that. About getting into it and getting that race done, getting healthy. And so the push-up idea would probably be a good idea.
Yeah. So I didn't do too great on my diet yesterday. I ate a lot of sweet stuff and, just wasn't good. But today I pretty much fasted until just a few hours ago, just about an hour ago, I finally ate something. So, man, I learned how to butter baste a steak in the skillet. Bro, I seared it on both sides, and then I basted it in butter. I think that's the right term, baste.
You haven't done that before?
So I've done it before, but I didn't do a good job. But this time I actually looked up what I should do, what the temperature should be on the inside. Oh my gosh, dude, they came out so good.
You remember that steak I cooked for you up in Atlanta, didn't you?
Yeah, that's when I was on the carnivore diet and I was starving. I was like, dude, somebody got to make me something. And you're the one that really got the point across that you need to sear it first. You need to sear it.
Got to. It gives you that flavor, doesn't it?
Yeah, it holds it in. Like, you don't want a gray steak. That's just not. That's not where it's at.
Guys, I want you to welcome to GGRated Steak Channel, baby. We're going to give it to
baby.
You right.
So
I had steak and eggs this morning. So
dude, I had steak and eggs tonight. So we're totally on the same brain wavelength, dude.
Yeah. Everybody that's listening should understand what's happening right now. We're ready. We're locked in. We are locked in.
We have the same Spartan mindset going on. So.
That's right.
It's gonna be good.
That's right.
What do you say we head into our game moment of the week?
Let's go.
Let's go. Gaming moment of the week. I think we both probably have the same gaming moment.
Probably. I will throw out this though.
Uh-huh.
I just want to throw it out real quick. I beat Alan Wake finally.
Very
this
good.
Past week.
Very good.
I did tell you about that. So
that's awesome, man. That's a big deal because, I beat it a long time ago, and then you finally got around to it. So that's really cool.
I did it though. It's kind of like a college
we
degree,
reviewed
right?
it like how long ago? It's been quite a while, but hey, man, you finally did it. So
look, I count it kind of like, guys, we don't judge at GG Rated, okay? So everybody's got these lives. It's kind of like a college degree, right? It's a college degree. It doesn't matter if you get a college degree at 40 years old or 50 years old or at 21 years old, right? Because you still got the piece of paper, right?
You still got it.
Still got so it's like, hey, I beat Alan Wake. It might have been 2 years later after you, Josh, but hey, I'm there.
You're there,
It was a
baby.
great game, though. It's a little confusing at the end to me. But overall, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
But
awesome.
You want to we do have the same gaming moment of the week, no doubt. So you want to leave that off? Tell them what we was doing?
Yeah, so we were both playing Helldivers 2 along with everybody else in the world. And right here I got a little bit of gameplay of us streaming the other night. And yeah. We were having a good time.
The game is gorgeous, by the way, man. But
the game is a lot more gorgeous than the way it's coming in right now. Like this quality that I'm showing is not like how the game actually looked. It looked a lot better.
My game on week, Josh, honestly, is like it has to do with you very much with this game.
Really?
Because every time we was playing this game and we was just going, Josh had a thing about throwing these the orbital strikes.
Oh, love it.
Onto every building. Onto every building there was. So whenever there was some buildings, he would demolish the whole camp, pretty much the whole outpost.
Yeah.
He'd be like, orbital strike. And half the time we'll get smoked and killed. And it was a fun time. It was hilarious. We was playing with Blaze and his brother Bridge. So definitely a gaming moment of the week, man. We haven't had that much fun in a long time with this game.
Dude, yeah. I think they've nailed the whole look and the atmosphere of everything. And I was looking today, and there's actually a lot more planets and stuff that we haven't even explored yet. Like ice planets and different atmospheres and stuff. And it was so much fun playing with y'all. We were cutting up and having a good time. And man, you were using that rocket launcher. And it was really cool to be there behind you reloading it. And there was a few times you're like, Josh, I need you over here. You need to reload me. And
hurry up. That was one of the coolest things. And I think it just showed it a little bit. You just reloaded me one time on the screen. But man, I'm telling you, it was like you get a quick reload. Apparently you have different weapons, guys, on this game, Helldivers. So and we kind of go into on the later segment.
Mm-hmm.
With this, but this game is just, as far as gaming moments and stuff, you have a ton of moments with this game, a ton of fun, a ton of laughing, and that's why it's so popular. Didn't he say it's like 400,000 or something like 400,000 people on this game right now? And the server, that's why the servers are so clogged up.
Yeah, because I think the servers were only prepared for a certain amount, and it like way overdid that. Which, dude, this is a good thing because this is a Sony title. It's one of the ones.
Here's our salute. Look, here's our salute before we
end the mission. We always salute, and that other dude bought an emote where he could hug other people, so he starts hugging people and stuff. And this is a Sony game, man, that just released to PC along with
day one.
Day one, which is a big deal because that means we're probably going to get more Sony titles day one, and that is a good thing for everybody. I think even for Sony that they're going to make more money because let's be honest, I don't think they're making as much as they thought they would off the PlayStation 5. Like I just think more people are on PC.
And that is exactly what we're going to go into on our gaming news.
Let's go.
That whole situation.
Well, hey, man, that's a good transition. What do you say we transition into the gaming news? wherever that is. There it is. Gaming news.
All right, so let's get started with talking about Xbox, because even though we're talking about Xbox, it has to do with PlayStation, right? Everybody compares Xbox and PlayStation, right? Nintendo is kind of in their own world, right? So let's just throw them on the side. Let's not talk about Nintendo right now. Let's focus on Xbox. This year or this week, there was a lot, or the past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff going out about Xbox's exclusives going multi-platform. Okay, going like a Sega, like Sega did. Getting rid of the hardware, getting out of the hardware business, and going from first party to third party, and getting their stuff, because they've been very straightforward about they want their games on all platforms, right? They want to be able to play that game anywhere, anytime. They say it's better for the players. Well, so this, they had a podcast, a business podcast, with Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, and I think Matt Booty. I think the three top people with Xbox. They came straight out and said that they were staying in the hardware business. They were actually having a next gen console that is going to be the biggest technical leap ever for a console. So I don't know what that means, but that's what they said for the next generation Xbox console.
Okay.
And then they did come out and say that yes, they are bringing 4 exclusive games to, I guess he says other platforms, but it's going to be Nintendo and PlayStation, right? Mostly PlayStation. Now, it was asked directly to him, is that Indiana Jones that has not been released? And is that Starfield? And they said no. So those 2 games are not going to PlayStation, the way everybody was thinking. So I don't think the core Xbox exclusive games, are going. I think it's going to be more like Sea of Thieves. They would not announce these 4 games, by the way. So they said they want to leave it up to the developer to do the announcements. So Hi-Fi Rush, you remember that game? Great game, man. Great game. That is going to PlayStation more than likely. That's been the rumor. In Sea of Thieves. And I don't know what the other 2 would be at this point, but I think it's huge news. The reason I bring this up is Game Pass is, they also released Diablo 4 on Game Pass. First Activision game, by the way. Oh, you're good. So they're starting to release these Activision Game Pass games and stuff like, these Activision Blizzard games on Game Pass. And this was so significant because they are staying with the whole exclusive situation, right? And then PlayStation just had their quarterly financial or something, I think it was, and they actually are starting to lose money on their hardware sales, which is a first. And they're not going to beat out at the projection they're not going to beat out their PS4 sales. So with that being said, that's going to put more pressure on PlayStation to start doing more PC maybe, or maybe other platforms. Because you can't just, if you don't have the money coming in, you're not going to be able to support the development of your first.
You all right?
Skip just knocked over my light.
Oh.
Hey, oh.
Come on, Skip. What are you doing? Ellie, come here. I got my dog over here too. Ellie, come here. Come on, up.
Hey, anything can happen on this podcast. Anything.
Come here.
But getting back to it real quick. So, and I kind of lost my train of thought a little second. But what it comes down to, man, is PlayStation, the more pressure they get, the more money they lose in their stronghold on the gaming department, is once you get that out, once they start losing that control and that money, and you can't invest into those first party titles anymore, they're going to have to start releasing their games on other platforms.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have those exclusive titles anymore.
Or what if PlayStation makes their own PC?
So the rumor is, I hate throwing rumors out there, but it's going to happen.
Do it though. It's fun.
They're going to, what do you think about PlayStation PC launcher? I wouldn't say PC, but a launcher.
Like some sort of software on there. Yeah,
like
so
Steam. It's literally
like their own PlayStation store that's on the PC ecosystem.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
So they get all the money if you download and have their games, and you can have all your games that you have on PlayStation that you bought over the year, say your PlayStation 4.
Dude, I would do that. I got a lot of PlayStation games that I don't have access to anymore because I don't have a
Yeah.
PlayStation anymore. But there
And you
are
get a
quite a few games I
PlayStation
bought.
Plus, and you can access literally a PlayStation on your PC.
I would do that.
All the revenue goes to them.
Yeah.
That is the rumor that they're working on right now.
That's a good one. I like that.
But what do you do if you're Sony, Josh, and you just see Helldivers, how good it does by going PC day one?
Yeah. I want to make that money, so I'm going to start releasing stuff on PC because let's face it, they're not making the money on the consoles anymore. What used to be the thing is like they would release these consoles at almost a loss, if not a loss, so that they could get people to buy their games. But if people aren't buying the consoles, they're not making that money off the games like they used to. So honestly, you know, it makes more sense for them just to release them day one to PC. I mean, I'm hoping they do because there's a few ones.
You can.
Ghosts of Tsushima is a game that I really want to play, and
it's coming. It's coming.
And there's quite a few others that it's like I've been waiting to come on PC, and now that they are, I'm waiting for them to go on sale before I buy them. But there's plenty of Sony titles that I want to buy.
Sound like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, I tell you, the biggest change, guys, to our GG rated community, I have to let out is from going from a console, a PlayStation and an Xbox to now full-time PC. What Josh has shown me, and the biggest thing about it is the sales. Like, you can get games for $2 to $3 on sale. So so once it comes to PC, a lot of times we will wait, and if you just wait a little bit, you know, play your backlog a little bit,
right,
and then you'll get it for a sale at some point. But I got almost every PlayStation game on PC that they've released on PC. So Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, all that stuff. I have every game on PC, and that used to be PlayStation exclusive titles.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't doubt that they do a PC launcher. And they're going to have to start making that revenue at some point. I think Helldivers kind of opens the eyes a little bit of like, hey, this might be a good thing.
Yeah, I think so too, because so was Helldivers 1, was it only on PlayStation or did it come out?
See,
I didn't never even know it was a thing.
I never even knew about it. That might be a question for Blaze. He might actually know a little bit more about Helldivers 1.
I'd be interested to see the gameplay. I'm gonna look a little bit of that up. I'm
gonna look it up right now. Helldivers 1, and just see what it's. So
I'm gonna show the gameplay off. Oh yeah, so
I put in Helldivers again.
Helldivers. So it was a top-down game, is what it's looking like. Helldivers 1 was a top-down.
Really?
Yeah, it was a top-down
it was.
game. So.
Yeah, they got gameplay. Oh, you got the gameplay up there, yeah. So it kind of still looks the same. It's just a whole different kind of game style. Was it on PlayStation 3, 4?
I think it was out on everything. So I was looking at the trailer here, and I'm pretty sure it was out on everything. It says PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. Okay, so yeah, it was a PlayStation thing.
Older game.
Yeah.
Well, they made a huge change. This ain't nothing. Like, again, guys, this is Helldivers 1 that we're looking at right now.
Which is
which still looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It's just a top-down perspective, and looks like they made everything more realistic.
If we was really into Helldivers 1, like, that would be even more mind-blowing playing this.
How pumped would you have been for Helldivers 2? It's like, oh, we're actually boots on the ground, like third person.
And you're actually using all the guns. You see the flamethrower and everything.
Yeah. It looks like even a mech is there, dude. When do we get mechs? He just hopped out of a mech. I want that. You know how I am about mechs.
Yeah.
I want it. What's the deal?
Oh, no. No, he's going to be asking about that tonight when playing. Where's the mech?
I would pay money for a mech. I'd pay $5 if I could just get
$5?
Yeah, $5.
Remember, with the sale, people, we wait for the sales. Wait for the sales.
I really want to play tonight.
Armored Core was actually on sale, 50% off last week, man.
Really?
I don't know if it's still on sale.
Oh,
yeah, but it was.
I got too many games right now to even consider that, but it would be fun.
Oh, I know. But we wanted to play that at one point. but it was on sale. Hang on, let me see if I can find out the price real quick for you.
Hit me with
Well,
it,
that
big
I mean,
dog.
do you have any other gaming news?
Nah,
I know we talked about the Xbox, but do you have anything else?
no, nothing else, man.
Okay, it's on sale right now for $40, 41.99 on Steam.
Okay.
So
Yeah, still.
I'm gonna let you buy that one. So
Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it for us. See, that's what's so I like. Game sharing is so awesome because I got to play the tutorial and see if I really liked Helldivers before I actually bought it because you had already bought it.
oh, really?
Yeah, like I
I didn't know
downloaded it
that.
and I played it a little bit before I even bought it just to make sure. I was like, I knew that I wanted to
Okay,
play it with you, but I still
but
wanted to make
$40
sure.
is forty
Yeah.
dollars. Yeah.
And after I played, I was like, okay, I could really get into this. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And honestly, I
Well,
probably would have bought it anyway just to play with y'all because, that's where the most fun comes in is when you get to play with your
see, I didn't
friends.
even play with anybody yet. The first time we played last night was with people. Was like with you. It's the first time
That
I
was
played
the
with
first
somebody.
time with
But
me too. Yeah.
yeah, and I knew though when I did the tutorial, just like you did.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I heard so much about it, so much about this game. I was like, whatever. I'm taking the leap. I'm buying this game. I'm going to play it.
Right.
And the first thing I thought about was like, man, this would be a perfect co-op game with you to play, and
Yeah.
it lived up to the hype last night for sure with the
Dude,
gameplay.
it really did. I thought it was great. And I can't wait to play more.
So
I really hope we can play some tonight because I'm jonesing for it. I want to try out my new abilities. So I unlocked what did I unlock? I unlocked a new cluster strike and
oh yeah.
a couple other things that I want to try that I didn't get to try out yet. And I really want to get the jetpack. Like that's my goal is to unlock enough stuff so I can get the jetpack. So yeah.
So he was saying, what was you saying? You the jetpack, and there was something else that you was
The
looking
shield.
at
There's a
getting.
shield. You can't run them both at the same time, but
I was like
I want
starting
to
to
try
tell
them.
Josh he needs to just go back to Starfield, but then Blaze was like, no, there's actually a
Yeah.
jetpack in this game. I was
I'm
like, oh,
like,
okay.
let's go, baby. Let's do it. I'm
Oh,
down.
with that being said, you kind of want to go into the Helldivers 2, kind of talk about it a little bit more in depth, or what?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go into Helldivers 2 a little bit more.
Once you
And, yeah. I'll just play this.
looking for a transition.
The people could
Right
hear that, but
about-
you couldn't. I already played it. I didn't have it in the OBS. But yeah, epic music has been played. Yeah. Helldivers
Guys,
2, baby.
Helldivers 2. So I'll tell you about it a little bit. Helldivers 2, it's a third-person shooter. It kind of reminds me. I'm not going to go straight off script here, and telling you what they're saying about it, but you're the galaxy's last line of defense. So you have a super Earth that you're from, and they're all about democracy. You have a little bit of satire in this game, okay? So it kind of
Yeah.
reminds you a little bit of Starship Troopers, if you remember that game, where you're fighting against these giant bugs and you're doing it for your country. And I mean, the trailer's perfect that you're playing right now. And they constantly make little quips about democracy and this is for freedom and you can't take away my free. It's so funny how they implement that into it. At the same time, just knowing it's kind of like you have a job that you're playing. So you choose you start in a starship. You start in a starship and you get to pick a planet to go to and try to complete these missions, which help defend off all these bugs and robots that are trying to come to Earth, right? And trying to kill the human race. So what you're doing is you pick that and you get a mission and you all drop in on these hell pods, and then you have a whole list of arsenals at your array in reference to it. So it's a really cool, a lot of cool little funny stuff happens on this game. But this game was just released on February 8th. February 8th. So it's 10 days old. And what's so big about it is, like we mentioned before, it's a PlayStation exclusive, but they also did a a day one release on PlayStation. So you can buy this game on Steam, but it is a PlayStation exclusive game. It is not on Xbox. It's not on Nintendo. But if you got one of these two systems, then you need to definitely pick it up.
Definitely. It's
So,
kind of it's what I love about it is it's a different take on the genre of these like co-op open world shooter games with different gameplay mechanics. Like, you know, a lot of people have talked about it, but it just makes you feel cool when you open up these abilities and you have to type in like a code in order to use these things. So it might be like up, down, left, right, up, down, right. And, you know, that'll call in your airstrike or another weapon or some ammunition or something. And that's really fun gameplay in the middle of a bunch of like
when you're running away,
either like aliens or like bugs or like robots trying to kill you, and you're trying to call this stuff in. It's really tense, and it's an awesome gameplay mechanic to kind of like really what is the right term, make you feel invested in the combat, like really put you there in this really cool world that they have going on here, because, you know, it's all about democracy. Are you some sort of terrorist or something? Like, if
it's
you
like
don't,
these bugs are trying to take your freedom away. It's what they're
they're trying to
do.
take your freedom away. A bunch of terrorists, and they need to be killed. I mean, honestly,
we should warn them at the very beginning of this game. You get started with an intro video where you see this loving family sitting out on the front lawn of their house, and you're just seeing the American dream, and then all of a
the
sudden,
opening video is so funny.
and then all of a sudden, this bug comes and just like squishes them and kills them, and the guy's like, "Oh, we've seen this before, haven't we?" And he just goes into this whole thing about democracy and joining the Helldivers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like, did I just see what I just saw here? And he's laughing about it, and it's not funny, but it's like it's that satire of just like, I cannot believe that it's this over the top.
Right.
So it's this game. I'm glad you started playing it. If you need to play the game with friends more than anything, and if you
Mm-hmm.
do that, it's a lot more fun. But I will warn you on the bad part about it is the servers are so jam packed that you can sometimes wait up to like 10 to 15 minutes before you get into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing that I'm sure they're really investing a lot of resources to get that fixed because of what a hit it is. So I don't think that's going to be a problem for very long. I mean, what does that take?
Well, the numbers
have
are going to go
buy-
down too. They always go down.
True. But so the game that was hot right before this was Power World, and now it's Helldivers, and that changed within like a couple of weeks. Was like everybody transitioned and moved on to the next thing, which is really crazy to have two huge games like that got super popular like back to back. There's
Power
already
World broke the record of the most concurrent players in Steam history.
wow, dude.
And now it's just dropped below Helldivers now.
That's crazy. And what's crazy too is that I didn't have any issues with the servers on Power World. I mean, I didn't play the Steam version either. I played the Xbox version, which I think was an older version. So why?
No, Xbox, Microsoft actually teamed up with them.
That's right. That's right.
And they helped with the servers for all that. I mean, that's what we come back to again is PlayStation has a lot of stuff they need to work out on stuff like this because they're not able to have them same resources as Xbox does for servers and stuff like that, and the money and the backing like they do. So
I wonder,
has kind of suffered in that aspect.
I wonder if the PC version of Helldivers didn't get to share the same resources as the PlayStation version. Like I wonder if PlayStation didn't share those extra resources, and that's why they didn't have the.
I mean,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe so. But you're also right what you mentioned with Power World about the different builds and stuff. and that might have had something to do with servers and stuff. I mean, it probably gets a little bit more technical with everything, man. But
Right. True that.
I don't know. It was either way, we was able to get in there. That's one of the negatives on this game. Do you have any other negatives that you think that they should have kind of improve on this game?
Yeah, that's basically it. You know, we did have some issues logging on together, but other than that, I honestly haven't played enough to really have any gripes. I'm just having fun with it. So I
The
wanna,
friend system.
yeah, the friend system. Yeah, that was a bit of an
Yeah.
issue.
But I think
But
that might have been server issue though, right? You think?
yeah, but other than that, I did have one crash, but I think that's just because of my computer was trying to do too much at the time. Like I was streaming this thing over here, and then in the middle of a game, I tried to change my graphic settings, and it just didn't like that. But that's been the only like crash I've had. But honestly, if you have a crash, you just start the game back up, and you can drop right back into where your friends are. It was super easy and quick to get back in after that. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
And that's a huge positive for me is that happened to me and that happened to you at one point. And it crashed a couple times and we was able to log back in, get in and drop into the same match. So
mm-hmm,
I think that's a huge thing. It's kind of like an Apex. If you get logged out, you can come back on that same match if you get back in enough time
right.
and log in. So I did like that aspect of it. That was pretty huge.
I did too. I did too. And like I said it last night when I was talking to y'all, but this game is kind of like 40K meets Starship Troopers is what I would describe it as. You know, it's kind of a more grittier, or okay, so it's a more lighthearted version of 40K, and they really lean into the satire while at the same time keeping the action really fun and visceral. So yeah, this is my new game right now that I want to invest in, and you're probably going to see more of our
Yeah.
streams. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, like don't sleep on our streams. That we got those on and got some fun gameplay. So hit that ring-a-ding-ling bell and you'll see it pop up on, because we're mainly streaming right now on YouTube. And
Yep.
so yeah,
Yeah, I think we
be on there.
decided to we was doing Twitch, but we kind of decided to switch over because our main channel's on YouTube. So we're going
Mm-hmm.
our streams are mostly going to come through on YouTube now. Like I said, we're at 99 subscribers, guys. 99. So make sure you hit that subscribe
Yes.
button, hit that bell,
Mm-hmm.
and check out our streams because we're going to do some different stuff. We have an upcoming video, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
of I got all the parts in for I'll give y'all a little taste real quick of it and show y'all. But I got all the parts for this iPod that I'm going to be doing a video on. So got the iFlash cart, got a backing. Let me show you this backing real quick, Gray. A
Hit
new
it with it.
backing. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
I got as well, a little transparent.
Very
What?
cool.
I have 100. Oh! My daughter just informed us that we now have 100 subscribers.
What?
So,
Let's
yeah,
go.
let's go.
This is the
Let's
100
go.
subscriber special now, I guess.
There you go. There you
Let's
go. Thank you,
go.
baby.
Thanks, Addie.
Look at this. This one I'm going to do a little transparent. Do you see this?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So
Look at that.
I'm going to change that out with the stainless steel back too.
Uh-huh.
And put that all in. I got a 256 gig SD card I'm going to put in there as well. So
That's awesome.
I'm pretty excited about it, man. So y'all make sure y'all check out the channel. Get ready for that video. Hopefully this week I'll have it out.
Yeah.
Take care of that. And
Yes.
we'll go from there.
We'll go from there, dude. And if anybody wants to reach out to us with questions, comments, concerns, maybe you could share your gaming moment of the week and we could read that on air. You can reach out to us at ggratedchannel@gmail.com. That's ggratedchannel@gmail.com.
Guys, I want to hit on that real quick what Gray just said. We have a Facebook group page as well, which is GG Rated on Facebook. We have over 200 followers on there. Make sure you hit that follow button on there. Guys, you can leave a question on that page or message us on that page as well if you do not want to email.
That's right.
And make sure you do that. We want to try to start reading out every week and start reading out some of these questions that you might have on some games or any questions you have in reference to what we're talking about here with Xbox or anything else, Helldivers. Anything you want to ask us. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time to get into the GG Rated family because we're still a small channel, but we plan on growing. So we really want to build up that environment of fun and excitement. So come join us while we're getting this thing started off the ground here.
I like it. I like it, man. With that being said, you want to play that music, play that soundtrack,
Let's play it, baby. Let's get on out of here. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the GG Rated Podcast and watching. Oh, we love you.
Episode 27 in the books. Peace.